no. Hey, wrong.
More life.
Hey?
Go ahead. Enzo's in the building. Yeah. Former wrestler, current rapper.
Took's on building.
Spoke to my guy. Enzo, Jersey, what up? What up? 201.
Oh, man, baby. Follow me. You're off. Hey. Yeah. 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 Right? Okay, ready. Enzo. It's a wrestler. Wrestler slash rapper. He's been in Seattle. Jersey till I die, mountains back, but I don't never tattle. I ain't never rattled, I know how to grapple. I won the battle. Texas. Early flight of make travel. Bring it back, yank the cat back, under that like it's a snap. I'm that one outside the apple. Early bird gets the worm, you been sleeping on me. And that's my pillow, motherfucker. Bitch, I'm not gonna deal. How you doing? Bitch, I'm not gonna deal, I'm deal. Yeah, bitch, I'm not gonna deal. Ladies and gentlemen, Enzo! Yeah. He's not just a wrestler, he's a rapper. Yeah. Alright, so y'all seen them My Pillow commercials with Mike Lindell, right? Yes. Everybody knows Mike Lindell. Alright. Yo, Chris on the beat.
Jokino on the beat, nigga.
Charge. Animals like Jumanji, it's a jungle here. Real nigga, we make fake niggas crumble here. PS4 and my bitch got Rapunzel here. You can't talk about the streets cause you wasn't there. We don't stop for police cause it's guns in here.
Hey, how did that? Just one pro. One pro.
Bro!
Get that song from Joe. That's like, I'm on another level.
It's on somewhere.
If you see me rolling,
then you know it's him. Heard a nigga got a problem, never noticed him. Cousin down the ride for his co-defendants. And these bitches wanna ride cause they know we winning. Looking for me outside, I was front and center. We don't need to slap five, you ain't talking business. I got songs for the hoes, songs for the pose. Give a fuck about a feature if it ain't my bro. If a nigga got a bag, I might rap on it. Ain't doing no kiss unless the label got the act on it. Animals like Jumanji, it's a jungle here. Real nigga, we make fake niggas crumble here. PS4 and my bitch got Rapunzel here. You can't talk about the streets cause you wasn't there. We don't stop for police cause it's guns in here. Bad freaks won't meet me in they underwear. Got a heart but I know it's no love in there. Ain't no rules in this shit, nigga, nothing's fair. Like I called in, I'ma get that work off. Only time you seen a bird with your shirt off. You ain't blessed, well I guess that's your church fault. Shoot him in his throat, now he sound like turf talk. 500 nigga, I'ma let my turf talk. Black head shells, these ain't no Nerf daughters. That's your bitch, we both know that her pro soft. Long jaw, she a soft liquor just like Smirnoff. I be yelling allism till they get annoyed. I'ma make this shit work till I get employed. I don't smoke too much sativa cause it make me noise. Heavy flexing on these niggas like I'm taking roids. I don't play games, ain't no recess. I was born with allism like a preset. If my bitch harder, hearing press eject. Take a shot at something bad like a heat check. Animals like Jumanji, it's a jungle here. Real nigga, we make fake niggas crumble here. PS4 and my bitch got Rapunzel here. You can't talk about the streets cause you wasn't there. We don't stop for police cause it's guns in here.
These niggas want to rap this shit in 2005.
Got a heart but I know it's no love in there. Ain't no rules in this shit, niggas, nothing's fair. Yeah.
I'm talking to distract me.
Yeah.
That's Bucka. I'm talking to you, baby. Talking to Andrew.
We don't even hear about the next man. Left them, get dipped from the whole ends. If killer call shots, no questions. G, wait till I'm resting. But we still got love for the West End. a chit-chat-ting, better talk nice. Murder on a beat, so it's not nice. Skull gets hot, then I'm not nice. You tryna date her and she been, let me walk twice. Now you mad her on a diss ting. Just know man like Chubbs, he's a fixer. If I ever gotta fix things. Just know man like Fifth, he's a sick cause. You get timed, he don't miss things. Just know man like me, I'm a sixer. And I oversee the whole thing. Yeah, I pre the whole thing.
Joe Kimi.
Yeah, I pre the whole thing. Preem got the earth talk, can't see the whole thing. Wanna talk splits, now we need the whole thing. Man gets stuffy when we touching buttons. Suckers and we touching something. Man gets stuck in you, we stuck in something. Man gets rapping when we sucking something. Man gets battered with a crutch or something. Man battered, then we buck or something. If man child play it, then we chuck it something. If man start throwing, then we chucking something. I'm on the best side, got the line in the whip on the left side on the death ride. And the slides and the slide night, like something just climbed at the X-Files. Textbook, like it's old school, like in textiles, lighty, looking healthy, and she gets smiles. Sometimes grab a quick drink, and she gets wild, sexy, and I read that, and a sex style. Yo, son, cognac, better grab a cup of something. Move like a stack of something, Stuck or something. It's like a truck or something.
Daniel.
Spread the bread, I'm about to butter something.
Oh my god, poor thing, it's your ass.
You don't know, it's Hollow Man Geeks. Right now, just say with the big man Drizzy, you get me more like flex. You don't know. OBO and SM1 to the world.
Listen up, you sloppy jalopy son of a bitch. Sitting on your fucking couch with your fucking phone.
Oh, there's replays all of a sudden.
Detective work, think you know what the fuck's going on. When was the last time you kept a 2-month social media silence? Think I wasn't gonna say shit? I'm gonna let y'all talk shit. If I had a fuck to give, I would give it. If you're froggy, you gotta leave. All you gotta do is rip it. On the zero fucks giving exhibit. I got a love spinning for a minute. Then a minute to win it. Sky's the limit. Sorry, I'm so gotta admit it. Yeah, I'm over the limit. Let's go down with a one-way ticket. Rolled up with it. Spark that bitch. Turning it down with it. Let my lips. Bitch excellence. Bitch, I just shit it. I feel hate on the crazy eights. Let's see y'all pivot. Ball my court bounce back way number 24. Shit footprint right off my image. Wow, I just love. Cause you can less. Wow, double that song. Once I love, once I hate. Either way I glitz. I ain't dumb. What's he gonna say? What's he gonna do? Got him on the toes like a midget. Out of urinal.
Yeah, how going?
Thank you for listening to this Podcast One production. Available on Apple Podcasts and Podcast One.
This episode of Steve Austin Show is brought to you free today by our friends at BetOnline.ag. We might be headed into the dog days of summer, but there isn't anything lazy about this summer's sports action with Major League Baseball and the UFC hotter than ever. Get in the mix at BetOnline.ag and use the promo code PODCAST1 for your 50% welcome bonus. BetOnline.ag, your online sportsbook experts and exclusive partner of Podcast One Sportsnet.
The following program is a Podcast1.com production. From Hollywood, California, by way of the Broken Skull Ranch, this is the Steve Austin Show.
Give me a hell yeah!
Hell yeah! Now, here's Steve Austin.
All right,
Give
everybody,
me a
welcome
hell
to Steve
yeah.
Austin Show. I'm coming to you from the Broken Skull Ranch out here in Nevada. Just flew in today. Got in my Chevy pickup truck and started riding around running errands, and man, we are
Yeah, my
having
shit,
a
pick up.
good time.
This is back,
Just
bro.
recently, I returned from the Monday Night Raw reunion WWE put on down there in Tampa, Florida. And I'll tell you what, man, it was an absolute blast. I think Lillian Garcia might come by the house, and we're going to cover just talking about the reunion and all the scuttlebutt and all the hugs and smiles and conversations we had and kind of relive that event.
Oh,
So
scuttlebutt and yada yada.
The details
The
about
gov
that
hug.
now, but man, I had an absolute blast. As a matter of fact, I believe I have a phone call coming up with Ric Flair coming up pretty quick, and we'll also talk about that reunion. But anyway, here's what happened. I got invited to go down to Tampa and be a part of that Monday Night Raw.
Are you serious? Curry's really getting the
since I
rebound
was
over
gonna
Joe
go down to Tampa, I've been in conversations
should
with
have
Hulk
good in this
Hogan
game,
about
man.
doing my podcast a few weeks before. Well, this was a great opportunity to go down there, let WWE fly me down there because it was going to be on their dime because they were going to get me to Monday Night Raw. So I went down to Tampa early, several days early, and hung out damn near all day with Hulk Hogan on Saturday afternoon. I went to his house, checked everything out. We had some conversations, some kayfabe stuff, just shooting the breeze. And we went over to another location. He had a place on the water. And we went over there and just shot the breeze for about an hour and a half or two. And just shut the microphones down. I had a beer, and we just talked about everything under the sun.
Okay, some kayfabe shit.
Back to the hotel, and he said, "Hey man, are you hungry?"
Take you back to the hotel, huh?
I am. He goes, "Do you like sushi?" I said, "You're damn right I do. I love sushi." So we got in his Dodge Challenger. God dang, that is a hot-ass car. I think it has 797 horsepower. And, man, I tell you what, Hulk or Terry launched into it a couple of times. That car will run its ass off. We zipped over and we ate some sushi, and it was some of the best sushi I've ever had. So he's got a great little hookup over there. He's got a great little spot. I don't remember the name of it, and I wouldn't tell you because I'm not going to give away his location. And just had a good time together, man. He dropped me off at my hotel, and I had a real good time talking to Hulk Hogan, Terry Bollea. And I tell you, I don't know if anybody has anybody. I don't build Mount Rushmores myself. It's not my thing. It's for other people to do. I guess it's like a fantasy type thing. But if there ever was going to be a Mount Rushmore, you damn sure bet Hulk Hogan's face, head, whatever you want to say, bust would be on the Mount Rushmore. If you go back to the different eras or the different regions from back in the day, I don't know cash register stuff. I should have probably called Dave Meltzer or someone like that who was kind of a be-all, end-all of all wrestling information. But Hulk Hogan is one of the biggest box office attractions of all time. Probably the most well-known professional wrestler that's ever lived. Probably the most popular. Andre's up there, Bruno's up there, Ric Flair's up there, Taker's. I mean, I'm not going to list everybody that's up there. But, man, everybody knows who Hulk Hogan is. Back in my competitive days in '94 when he came down to WCW, and we're going to get into conversation about that, I wasn't real happy about that. And you'll hear about why on the podcast. And being, very competitive while he was doing his thing and I was doing my thing. And he had the big run in WWF way back in the day, and I was down there struggling in WCW, and then they came in, and then I went to WWE, and then he came back up to WWE. There's an interesting conversation I think we covered on the podcast briefly why we never worked together, and he always wanted to. In the back of my mind, I wanted to, but for some reason, it just doesn't sit. It didn't sit right with me. I don't know what it was, and we'll cover that in the podcast. But I got nothing but respect for the guy, and I think it was kind of assumed that there was heat between myself and Hulk Hogan.
Curry stop you from dunking the
I
ball?
remember calling him up on the telephone a couple of years ago, and I said, "Hey man," I said, "I don't know for what reason it is, but for some reason people perceive there as being heat between you and I said, man, I was very competitive during my in-ring days, but I got nothing but respect for you and everything you did in the business of pro wrestling, man." And we straightened all that up on a telephone call. And then all these years later, ended up down there in Clearwater, Florida, at his crib, and shot the breeze just talking about a podcast. And you can't cover Hulk Hogan's career in an hour and a half podcast, much less a 2 or 3 hour podcast. So, man, we casually shoot the breeze in this podcast and talk about a few things. And he tells some great stories that I really enjoy. I look forward to having another conversation with Terry Hulk Hogan the next time I see him. And we'll continue because we'll talk about that whole NWO. We'll talk about the whole Hollywood Hogan thing, that and much more. But this podcast, I hope you enjoy it for what it is. I hate to brag about myself, but it's two of the biggest names in the history of the business with a couple of microphones in their hand at Terry's house, shooting the breeze, and I'm drinking some light beer, or whatever they call them. I think they're called Trulies. But I enjoyed talking with Hulk Hogan, Terry Bollea, the man, and I hope you enjoy this podcast. Without any further ado, here's my conversation with one of the greatest box office.
Yeah, shit out of here, Joe Keem. No, Derek Gross. Why the fuck would you hit the ball back to
knew
this
how to
nigga?
connect with an audience, almost like no other. Here's my conversation with Hulk Hogan.
There he goes.
Boys, the summer are going non-stop as the race to the top in Major League Baseball is blazing hot with no signs of stopping. The Yankees, Twins, and Astros are all leading the pack in the American League. Over in the National League, it's the Dodgers, Cubs, and Braves standing tall. But keep your eyes on the Cardinals, Indians, and Athletics, all on the come-up. There's only one place that has you covered and one place we trust. BetOnline.ag. Sign up today for a free account at BetOnline.ag and
Go,
use the promo code podcast1 or text bet now to 238-669 to receive a 50% welcome bonus. That's BetOnline.ag, your online sportsbook experts and exclusive partners of Podcast.net.
Technology Truth, brought to you by Geico. Technology Truth. Truth. Teenagers can communicate entirely in emojis.
How was the birthday party? Pizza slice, kitten, soccer ball, pineapple?
Truth. It's so easy to switch and save on car insurance at Geico.com.
What are you talking about? Paperclip, shoulder shrug, high five, wizard hat? What?
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Oh my gosh.
Hi,
Somebody
this is
get
Scott
over
Trout,
here. No way.
CEO of the domestic litigation firm
Why take
Cordell
that
& Cordell.
shot?
There are many life changes that can happen after divorce that make it difficult or impossible to uphold requirements of your divorce decree. The orders issued in a divorce are based on the facts presented at that time, but the circumstances used in issuing those orders can obviously change. If you feel a modification to your court orders might be necessary, talk to us at Cordell & Cordell.
Contact CordellCordell.com. 1065 East Hillsdale Boulevard, Suite 310, Foster City, California, 94404.
Before we get to my conversation with Hulk Hogan,
4 fouls.
Going out that
a brand new show called Straight Up Steve Austin, season premiere August 12th on USA Network, right after Monday Night Raw. In this series, there's 7 episodes. I shoot the breeze with celebrity guests. We do some activities. We raise hell. We have some fun. I get to know them. They get to know me. We step in my world, and I'll step into some of their worlds as well. Please set your DVRs on August 12th. Straight Up Steve Austin, my new show on the USA Network, season premiere August 12th. And that's the bottom line.
The Steve Austin Show. The Steve Austin Show.
Man, I'm sitting here in Tampa, Florida, talking to the one and only Hulk Hogan. I'll call him Terry.
Oh my God.
Terry, thanks for having me over at the crib, man. It's good to finally talk to you, because I've been wanting to talk to you for a long time, but it's hard to get to Tampa from Los Angeles. How are you?
Well, I'm doing great, brother. It's good to see you here on the beach, coming on down to the calm side of the world here. My son lived in Los Angeles for the last 10 years, and I spent 23 years being out there, so I know how crazy it gets. So it's good to see you here in the calm beach area today.
Man, I started rolling, started flying in yesterday, and we got close to land, and I was like looking at the coastline. You know, back in the day, you know, obviously there was a territory here in Florida. We're going to get to that. But, you know, a lot of guys are based out here because of that. And it's a good place to live. And part of WWF, part of WCW, we used to run here all the time, but it's been a long time since I've been here. And then, to let people know what's been going on, I've been over here hanging with Terry for about 2 hours now. We've been talking about everything under the sun that's, you know, stuff that you don't really record. So I don't know where to stop or where to start, but let's just jump in it somewhere.
Sure.
And let's jump at it from this standpoint. I got all coffeed up, and now I'm drinking a truly passion fruit, 5% alcohol. This kind of settling me down a little bit. I kind of needed this. Then as I walked in, I was getting out of your car.
Get a zigzag right into that.
I was stumbling a little bit, and he looked at me and said, "Are you all right?" I said, "Yeah, I'm all right. It just takes me a while to get going sometimes." How are you feeling after everything that you've been through? Because I have been watching probably 6 hours of your matches, read everything about you, and watched all the beatings that you took, all the legs that you dropped.
Backcourt.
Got to hang around with you on some of the Kayfabe project, which we can't talk about yet, but it's soon to be released. And I got a chance to hang out with you about a month ago. So after everything that you've been through, just from a physicality standpoint, where are you?
I gotta kind of set it up first with the Woe Is Me story, because everybody's talks about fake wrestling, and all that crazy word that they always say, but you do get hurt. We all know that. So the Woe Is Me story goes, I started having my knees scoped many years ago. Right knee 4 times with a scope. left knee 4 times with a scope, and then I finally had them both replaced. Then I had both hips replaced. Then I went in for 1 back surgery and turned into having 9 back surgeries. And I actually wrestled.
He's up 27 now.
The knee replacement and hip replacement. And then when I had the other knee and hip,
I know things about
I still wrestling, but as soon as they cut on my back, it was game over. You know, I was hoping that if they cut on my back one time, I'd have the fusion like Shawn Michaels, I could keep going. But the doctors that wanted me to have the fusion said, try everything else first. So I went to a place called Laser Spine. They cut me 6 times, and they basically took me out of the game. They cut so much bone away, and things went awry after the first 6 surgeries. And then the last 3 surgeries, after I told my new wife, Jennifer, I'd never walk again after the 6th surgery, it took me 3 more 12-hour surgeries to get up on my feet and rolling again. I was down about 1.5 years. But all that being said, I'm pretty darn cool.
Pass by Joakim
Noah. But I'm really cool other than this darn arthritis is kicking in. And I'm going to be 66 years old in a week. I still work out with weights, use lightweight, but my parents, before they passed away, when they were my age, their hands were crippled up like a sideshow freak. You know, their hands were crippled and swollen and everything like that. So, you know, with the vitamins and then taking care of myself with organic food, I'm not there.
Let's go.
But the main thing is the arthritis. I have no idea what that word really meant to feel, what it means. And boy, the arthritis is definitely something that changes the game. But I'm doing good, man. When I wake up in the morning, like when I told you I was going to meet you at 10:30, I backtrack about 3 hours because it takes me about 1.5 hours in the morning before I can stand up straight, completely straight. That's how long to get the blood flow and everything. So once I get standing up straight and I get a little momentum, I'm okay. But you know, things are good. If I could get rid of arthritis, I think I'd be pretty well set. But all things considered, at my age, 66 years old, after what we've all been through, I think I'm doing pretty good.
What does your arthritis feel like? Because that's a word that I hear about all the time and that many people suffer from. So what are the actual symptoms? Because, man, I'm looking down the road, maybe facing the same thing, but I don't feel it now. So what does that feel like? Because I can imagine a hip replacement. I've had my knee issues. I've had both shoulders completely rebuilt, cervical fusion, 3 broke bones in my lower back. I mean, you know, we've got a lot of similar injuries, but what does the arthritis feel like?
It's a constant, you know, it's a constant overriding pain.
What?
It makes it so you don't want to smile or
is it in your fingers, your hands? Where is it?
Now it's everywhere. Like with my right hand, if I go to try to get the car key out of my right pocket and try to go in there with my thumb,
I see Hulk Hogan working right now.
The back of my head. So it's just these sharp pains.
I can picture him working right now.
Whatever this arthritis or inflammation is, you know, it hits you pretty hard. So it's you have good days and bad days, and it depends on if it rains or if it's cold.
Yeah, it's true.
If you drink alcohol, because that will dehydrate your joints and everything. So it's just a series of trying to do the best you can and taking the fish oil and everything else you take, glucosamine and everything else.
Ask you that one.
Everything else you can take just to
fix snacks,
take the edge off, but nothing makes it go away. Pain pills, nothing will make it go away.
Did you have to take pain pills?
I was for a long time. And right now I'm doing CBD stuff, glucosamine, stem cells injected in my wrist, my shoulder, my back.
Where you going for that? You going here in the States or going overseas for that?
I was going down to Guatemala, but I had a Joan Rivers moment down there where they asked me on the table.
Dude, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Dude, you kidding me, man?
Well, right now I'm going to the Tampa Rejuvenation Center here in Tampa. But when I first started going down to Mexico, they took the bone marrow out of my hips, spun the blood, and hit me with the stem cells the first time, and I was fine. Then they took my stem cells to LA and they colonized them. They grew the stem cells, and when I went back to Guadalajara, there was a 24-hour window. When the doctor left LA, I had to meet him there and have him injected within 24 hours. And as soon as they put the needle in my arm, my eyes rolled back and it felt like I had 25 elephants sitting on me. And thank God my wife was there because nobody spoke English, but she read my eyes. I was like desperate. And they got the paddles out. All the numbers went crazy. They were getting ready to hit me with the paddles, and I was going under. And when they shut it off, we found out later that they had soaked the stem cells in DMSO so they wouldn't crystallize when they froze them. And I'm allergic to DMSO. So I had a Joan Rivers moment. If my wife hadn't been there, you know, and since I went to Guadalajara, I went down there a couple of times after that and had a couple of close calls. I got conjunctivitis one time when I went down there because bacteria in the water they put in my arm, so I quit going to Mexico.
Jokimi!
Went to a really good place in Tampa. And,
gosh, Jokimi is a big ball.
Are you seeing any improvements from the stem cell stuff done here in Tampa?
It's the weirdest thing. I was on the phone with the doctor yesterday, and I said, when you first hit me with the stem cells, I really noticed it in my back, because when I put my left foot down when I walk, there's a crazy pain that goes up my hip, my back, into the back of my ear. Once I got the stem cells and I walked out of the office, I put my left foot down, I put weight on it. There was no pain shooting up to my head. And that lasted about 4 days, and then I was back to square one. You know, if that could last forever, I'd be good. So I told the doctor, you know, I said, this stuff doesn't last very long. You know, it's like $8 grand. My wrist and my shoulder and my back shot up. And they said, well, we're going to give you all these peptides, which is the healing stuff of the future. And let's just keep going with the protocol and let's see if we can get some improvement. But I notice it right out of months, and then it wears off pretty quickly.
How did you find out that you were allergic to DMSO? Because way back in the day, and you can attest to this, because you're a generation ahead of me. I'm right behind you on your heels. But you know, back in the day when you first get into business, you're getting the trash beat out of you, and all of a sudden you're subjected to a lot of things that you've never felt before. And then all of a sudden a lot of substances maybe you've not seen in vast quantities and you have access to. But one of the things that we would do back in the day to combat an injury was to grind up a couple of aspirin and then put your hand in like a sandwich bag, a Ziploc bag, and put the DMSO so it didn't go through your fingers, and then you'd rub that on the injury. So the thinking was because the DMSO penetrates the skin and takes whatever you put in there right into the injury. That's what we were doing back in the days. Guys crunching up aspirin, putting DMSO in and rubbing it into the injury. Were you doing that? Because I mean, that would to me that would have been the first time maybe you'd been exposed to DMSO. How did you find out you were allergic to it?
I never used it.
But you know the treatment I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, because Butch, one of the bushwhackers, just his breath smelled like DMSO. And his whole breath smelled like DMSO. I never tried it because back in the day then, whenever that was, 25, 30 years ago, I was eating the pain pills back then, and I wasn't to the point where I'm at now. But I never tried it, and you know, they could say it was the leg drop, or they could say maybe it was the steroids, or the combination of both. But the truth was, when I finally saw my x-rays, I had scoliosis, which I never knew. A snake in my back. And if you ever look at me doing a double bicep shot, I don't stand straight, I always pop my hips to the left. If you ever really look at a good shot of me doing a double bicep, it's almost like I'm popping top of my hips, trying to look sexy or something.
Jelly.
But that's not the case. My back wasn't straight.
Shut the fuck up, Hulk Hogan!
Until I had my first back surgery. But Jesus, man, you've got this crazy scoliosis.
You gotta be kidding me.
No idea.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of like where it all started. I've never used a DMSO until...
Hulk Hogan be fucking working, don't he?
When you first got in business, you're a big guy. Always been a big guy. But you weren't really an athlete. Played a little baseball, but you had an injury, and you were a musician. And you were a very good student. So you started getting weights, you started getting into business. And did you ever have one of the veterans? You've always been a big guy, and so a guy like my size, man, we're taking a lot of bumps because we're going to bump more because I'm a smaller guy than you. But did...
I never would.
Get ready! We on tour, and we're doing it better than anybody else alive. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss the wheeling deal, limousine wreck, jet flag, son of a gun.
Claim to fuck shit up just like ISIS, the nicest. Sick like I got every type of itis. I might just run into your city for the night just to light shit. Hop and burn it down, I'm on some hype shit just like this. Who you think you are? You get sparred with a broken sword. I go forth and I open doors, get on tours and remain the source of all this talking on the internet. Cause bitch, I've been a threat. Here across the globe, they inspired by all my intellect, the illest vet. Doing this for 10 years, I'm 20 now. Moving to the west when I turn 21 to run it down. They can tell me nothing about nothing up on this fucking sound. I don't think I sound like nobody, so bitch, I wonder how my name gets fucked up so much. It's like a roll call coming to your city. This is my road dogs. All you rappers niggas, I swear that this shit is so flawless. Speaking to my hospital fire, but I ain't old dogs, so rest in peace, dude. I mean, the stress is deep, too. I never let you lead, dude, but I'm here to see you. Damn, cause all I know is that it's my time and I'm finna go. but ain't
Everybody
nobody fucking with me, so that's fine. On my brick flash, yeah, I go whoop on that bitch. I don't see nobody else making moves like I did. Just like Father when he's making all the moves with the bricks. I just do the music, all you make it slip. Oh God, how are y'all still fucking here though? All these new rappers all weirdos. Yeah, you can pull a gun on me. It's the person that's behind the wheel fear though. Yeah. I was gonna stop it right here, but I got one more fucking.
I think it's 7 for 8.
Deserve an opportunity to see the best.
So I can break through, I'm murdering the music and abusing, and I mistake you. I let it confuse them, letting me choosing, and I'ma make moves. I'm getting them tunes, if ever you lose, and never will make room. Cause I'm coming and chopping them up, killing them now when I'm propping them up. I got them looking like easy to product, I'm gains, but not because I am not a human. It's clearly because the skill is godly. Go prepare your
Yeah, just walking back and forth, man.
Zero.
Whether you like it or not.
Whether you like it or not.
That's whether you like it or not.
That's on here. It's big better play than me. Even if you fuck every day of the week. I know you think you got it like that for Pete. I be fucking hoes every day of the week. You never could be a better play than me. Even if you rode in luxury. I know you still selling that top 9 street. You never could be a better play than me. It was off.
Walk past these hoes and they look me up and back down again. Recognize a pimp. Next thing I know, I'm telling lies again. Selling dreams to hoes from everything I know. Grab the microphone, then I spit these flows. I came in this motherfucker with my niggas.
Came in this motherfucker with my bitches. That. You better bitch off your pimp hat, nigga. Get the fuck out my way. Any day. This can't tell me. Me. Nick. I'm like, fuck her. Just cause I think she's a fucker. Nigga, let's go. Bitch. Let my nuts go. Bitch. Let my nuts go. Bitch. This shit that dick. This drinking. 6 years ago, where your ass was speaking.
Come on, Porzingis.
Yeah! This is 4-3-4 run. Well, Kenner ain't got no point.
Kenner is 7 for 8, bro. He got most of them already for it.
Really?
Man.
Yeah, no some world.
He's out there
that was
right
you,
now.
not me. Remember I used to do something, remember that? Kenner used to be one of your favorite players. Remember I used to play, I used to have him in. Anybody in right now except for her.
Short records in the VIP. I'ma shock you if you don't get off my NUTs. Let my nuts go. Bitch. Let my nuts go. Bitch. Like the way they sway. Let my nuts go. Bitch.
Let my nuts go. Bitch. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Man, what the fuck?
What the fuck? Hey, you said well knew about Steph, he found him out, he wouldn't even play the game, right now if he found Steph. Hit the ball.
Diplomatic community, fuck 'em. All that peace and unity, all that weak shit. They wish and they wish and they wish and they wish and they wish on me. Yeah. I've been moving calm, don't start no trouble with me. Trying to keep it peaceful is a struggle for me. Don't pull up at 6 a.m. to cuddle with me. You know how I like it when you loving on me. I don't wanna die for them to miss me. Yes, I see the things that they wishing on me. Hope I got some brothers that outlive me. They gon' tell the story was different with me. God's plan. God's plan.
Yeah.
I hold back sometimes I won't. I feel good sometimes I don't. I finesse down Western Road. Might go down to G.O.D. I go hard on Southside G. I make sure that Northside E. And still, bad things. It's a lot of bad things that they wish and they wish and they wish and they wish and they wish on me.
Oh my gosh, man, this nigga missed
bad things. It's a lot of bad things that they wish and they wish and they wish and they wish and they wish on me. Yeah. Hey, hey. She say, do you love me? I tell her only partly. I only love my bed and my mom, I'm sorry. 50 dub, I even got it tatted on me. 81, they'll bring the crashers to the party. And you know me, turn the 02 into the 03, dog. Without 40 Ollie, there be no me. Imagine if I never met the broski.
This ride's over, boom! This ride's over!
I can't do this on my own.
Oh my god.
Someone watching it close.
You bitch ass nigga!
Corny Lee.
On the fucking ball! Hey, yeah, get off him! He's too hot in the arrow!
I go hard on Southside G.
That was gay as shit.
I make sure that Northside E. Yeah. And still, bad things. It's a lot of bad things that they wishing and wishing and wishing and wishing they wishing on me.
Come on, Andrew.
Hey, nah, man, we gotta.
Yeah. Bad things. It's a lot of bad things.
He's going to Kevin Durant. He's going to Kevin Durant for the last night.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey! Hey!
That shit did not count, bro.
I won!
That shit did not count, bro.
I won!
That shit did not count.
I won!
That shit did not count.
I won! Doesn't it count?
Official replay. 2K, we gonna show this motherfucking replay. Oh, this bullshit!
Bad things! A lot of bad things! Nigga, we don't know what the game is! What?
It don't count, boom!
What?
It don't count, boom!
What?
Let's go!
Hey, Dad,
oh my
you got that back on
It
track?
counted.
Turn it on.
Yeah, it did. Turn it on, nigga. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Pump it up. I'm still clipping that.
I'd love to catch a firefly that's far away. I see you staring as I put the speed down. You're like a soup can. I'm like Superman. I saw Veronica, the girl that put you off blast.
This is art class.
I know you want her to.
But it doesn't move today. Take time to play games.
You touch a pom-pom.
Take 5.
Touch an A-bomb.
5. And 5.
Yeah.
It's like ice is a long time in this hospital on the like that, Andrew.
You just gotta walk your walk.
Good game, Andrew.
Amazing game by Joakim Noah.
Hey, you wanna play the game?
Fuck Kevin Durant, let the team points. So.
No, play Hopkins then. He's play a game.
Fucking Kevin Durant.
25, 25, 30, 23.
That shit was so weak, bro.
Think I'll put your lights out.
Come on, bro. Come on, make it fit us. Come on, bro.
Nah, man, I'm about to make bills. Nah, man, bro, I'm hungry. Bro, it's already hungry, bro. I'm hungry. I can't be up all night. Look, bro, come on, bro. Yeah, bro, make bills. Bro, don't be a hater, bro. I did my job. I whooped that 2 times to 1. You didn't even beat me twice. I beat you in 2K. 24. So damn sweet. I wish I was so damn sweet. Yeah, big sexy. I don't know if you're showing it. Play a speaker. About that. Yep. All day work. Bro, I'm not watching a fucking movie. your ass, Tyler.
Fuck your ass, Penny, wait a minute.
Fuck your ass, this dude, fucker.
Bro, that's how you go get a hammer.
What happened?
Fuck, the little nigga was asleep, bro. I can get it a little T80 26. Bro, bro. Just show you, man. Don't fucking asleep.
Look at the way you sent me. Look. Grab it. Huh? I don't think we're not gonna get none of this stuff. We're gonna get this. And it's in what did she say? Redwood City we gotta drive to. But she's gonna give us gas money.
That's what she said.
Duh! Yeah, but where was Redwood City at? It's a 40-minute drive, pal. We're gonna have to put gas in the car before we go. 40-minute drive? I'm glad we could hit hella stores on the way to Redwood. I don't see what stores. I mean, what cities are in that direction? Redwood City's all the way by Palo Alto. Boy, my nigga. Brody. Nigga, that's past the city. Redwood City's way past the city. Bro, San Mateo. Bro, we're beating that. Bro, when we go out there, we need to go bip on the way back. This is cramtastic. But that's a real road trip, bro. Just me and Tom. Taking for a long trip, Tom.
You smoking back-to-back woods, too.
Well, we're gonna have to buy some weed, for sure. Bro, San Mateo, San Carlos, Burlingame, Millbrae. What? You know Millbrae's cram, anyway. San Bruno.
We gotta pass all that.
Yeah, we had to pass all that. And we're still all the way over here. We might as well crack Albany.
Albany hot.
You really think it's that hot to not even go try? Alright, so what, you wanna drive from what? You wanna just go straight there? Boy, cause we can
figure out what we're gonna hit first.
I wanna.
What time you wanna wake up?
We gotta wake up in the morning.
I was hot.
Tolls required, but there's a way we can get there that doesn't require tolls. And it is through.
I'm a fucking struggle, dude.
Yeah, we're avoiding tolls. Yeah, that's why we're avoiding the tolls, right? The tolls.
Yeah.
But this way, it takes us, goes through Hayward. And Fremont. And Palo Alto. And San Jose. San Diego. You wanna go that way? Avoiding tolls?
We gotta figure out what we're gonna hit though.
Nigga, we're gonna be hitting so much shit, bro. We could run out with carts, bro. If we're on the way over there, we're gonna hit on the way over there. We just gotta piece up on gas. Bro, should we throw... Do you think we should throw 50 in the gas tank?
I just threw 40, so...
You just put some more gas in
70,
there?
No.
I put 20 and plus we put 40.
80 probably gonna fill it.
I'm saying, should we put like 50 in there?
Yeah. That's what we already got. You know, like how they got the half line?
Yeah.
It's just on that line.
But look, this is what she sent me.
Right now, it's on the light. Right now?
No, this is like at 12 o'clock. Look, so look. Avenue, she sent me a Venu. She said that's 2 for $5 on a Venu. Look, and then she sent me all this stuff. She said this stuff. She said this stuff is $4 each Olay stuff.
That's real shit too.
Yeah, all this Olay shit. Like we can go hit Olay and shit. Look, all this shit.
Like,
All this CeraVe. Like, we can get this for sure. Come on. Amy, come on.
My right hand, I'm using a mask.
Look. Anyway. All this stuff. But then pistachios, bro. She'll pay $5 for a bag of pistachios, bro. You know how much are these? No, this bitch said. It says 2 libs for $5 each.
Bro, 2 pounds.
Bro, this is 1 pound right here.
You said 2 pounds for $5.
This 2 pounds, $5 each. How much pound? Alright, I'm gonna be like.
Come on.
I was just playing blue, bro.
Come on.
Hold on, let me search this up. 32 odds. $16 ounces. Oh yeah. Alright, so yeah, these are $5 each. Bro, you know how much we can get out of these in a cart, bro? Bro,
16 plus 16 is 32.
Did we even sell her any coffee? We sold her coffee too, huh? Oh yeah, we did. Cause she sent me coffee.
Nah, somebody else bought that.
I'm saying she did send me coffee. She sent me peanuts, bro. Look, these are for $5. She said all this stuff is all this is all 2 for $5. But the little these, she said she'll buy any flavor of these. These. So we should get hella Venus. Get hella Venus, hella beef jerky.
Hella beef jerky.
And pistachios. Avenue.
They don't have all that.
And then she said this 2 for $5. These stuff is 2 for $5.
No matter what, brother, it's gonna be a
Look,
route,
like
bro.
we could just steal all coffee, bro, and.
But look, no matter what, bro,
and
it's gonna be a
pistachio.
route, bro, because bro, all the stores is gonna have all that shit we talking about.
I know, that's why we should just go to hella stores. She said, okay, she said food is priority as much as you can. I will text where we're gonna meet in Redwood City. Thanks. And then she sent me more peanuts.
Where you see the rollers?
That bitch is not the rollers. That bitch is too nice to be a motherfucking roller.
See?
Look, bro, she said this big. She said this is $4 each, and this is $5 each. Look,
bro.
Look. Have you ever seen this before?
Manuka?
We're gonna have to search that up. $5 each, $4 each. She said pizza, Starbucks, any flavor she'll buy.
Bro, you know the first time I put food in my stomach today?
Nigga, we ate a whole fucking
yeah,
motherfucking Christmas turkey. Give me some slides.
Huh? Put PS4, put PS5.
I just whooped his ass to get that. No, I ain't gonna lie, he just beat me on the question. I don't know why, this nigga's pissed. But,
how much games y'all play?
We need them to not like your telephone, bro. They just cut it out. I don't like it. So if you go, if there's no little creep, just get the rat. Cat.
Rebel.
Get the rat. Well, you come up and you do it. Get the rat. Hey, none of them cats jumping from just trying to get them patties. I don't know what we're trying to do.
What patty? Where?
Right there, right there. Down the backpack.
Bro, why the fuck are you?
Andrew did that. Andrew did it. Bro. Now, I'm about to put a movie on. No, I couldn't say Andrew again. Me and Cyber.
I'm playing game anyway.
Fine, you're lucky you're playing game anyways. I find a way to entertain myself while you gotta play video games.
Andrew, use the other TV. You found the other PlayStation 4.
I know, babe. I know. I was thinking about doing that too. But my mom told me that you go do. You gotta have 437. You gotta have 437 and be electricity in your phone. By end of the month, it'll be electricity.